us. Filming in 3, 2, 1. Hello, the internet, and welcome. The turtle named Bob and I are here today because we will be duping a new palette. So, over the weekend, the new Bobbi Brown Molten Drama Sephora exclusive palette launched. It is $59. As stated, it is a Sephora exclusive. You can only get it there. And I think that it is very pretty. However, I'm not about to spend $60 on a new eyeshadow palette, so I figured I would look through my collection of metallics and shimmers and duochromes and all that good stuff, and we would find some shades that worked. Kind of, hopefully. So, the format of the video is as follows. I will be showing you some swatches of the shades that I found that best exemplify the Molten Drama shades. Then I will be doing this eye look that you see right here. And then we will be closing out. Mr. Fidgety will not be joining us for most of this because, as you can tell, he would like to go down. He would. Sit still. Good boy. So, a few things before we begin. I will have all of the dupe shades listed in the description bar below, along with links to where you can find them. Because this is a new release, there aren't many pictures out there of swatches. There's pretty much just what is on Sephora's website. Believe me, I have looked. And they are a little misleading. You will sit in my lap. Because the shades in the palette and the shades in the swatches don't exactly seem the same. They don't. Clearly there's a white balance difference or something going on. So I did my best to dupe what I saw in the swatches. However, if you do choose to go pick this palette up or you stop by a Sephora and you swatch it yourself, I might be off. I don't know. It's a brand new palette. No one else has swatches out. So I will leave you now. You will see me again at the end of this video with my face all pretty and whatnot. But we will get into the swatchety swatches. Say goodbye, Bob. Okay, to start off with this duping bonanza, we are going to be duping the shade Pale Cream, which is in matte, with the Breaking Beauty Cosmetics shade Fresh. Next, we have the shade Strange Fire, which will be duping with the Igneous Cosmetics shade Cherry Topaz. Number 3 in the Molten Drama palette is the shade White Flame, and we will be using the Vanessa Vanity highlight shade Harmony. Number 4 is the shade Lost Treasure that we will be duping with Touch of Glam Beauty's shade Honeycomb. Number 5 is the shade Sun Daze, and it is going to be duped by Igneous Cosmetics shade Precious Coral. Then we have the shade Love on the Rocks, and we will be going back to Vanessa's Vanity with another highlight shade, Poetic Pink, to dupe this. Next, in the Molten Drama palette, we have the shade Steel Orchid. I have chosen the shade Amethyst from Coastal Scents Cosmetics as a dupe for this. Then the shade Metal Vision from Molten Drama. I am duping with JD Glow Cosmetics shade Henny. down to the last two. I'm using the shade Meteor by Breaking Beauty Cosmetics as a dupe for Electric Storm from the Molten Drama palette. And last, but certainly not least, the second of the matte shades from Molten Drama, Rocksteady, is duped by JD Glow Cosmetics shade Sassy. And there we have it. All of the shades, I believe, exemplify the Sephora exclusive Bobbi Brown Molten Drama palette. Okay, now that you've seen the swatches and you know what my dupe version of the Molten Drama palette looks like, I'm here with my ears and my brushes and all of this fun to create an eye look. Now, I'm not interested in getting dinged for copyright infringement. I am leaving a link below to Sephora's posting of this palette. There are two looks that were created by Bobbi Brown's crew makeup people to showcase what the palette can do, and I find them both kind of boring because that's me, and the Bobbi Brown aesthetic seems to be a little more toned down and casual and everyday wearable. And really, when you're dealing with a bunch of shades with names like chrome metal and metallic, I would have expected something a little more punchy as their demo looks, but that's just me. To each their own. So I am obviously going to be doing something a little more my speed with these shadows, and you're along for the ride. So let's get into it. So each of the demo looks seems to start with the shade Pale Cream, in my case Fresh from Breaking Beauty Cosmetics, as a base from, crease to brow bone. So we will do that just to keep it simple. Okay, now that I've set my primer, we are going to go in with the only other matte shade, also something that they tended to do in the demo, and that is Rocksteady, or in my case, Sassy. Taking a smaller crease brush, dipping in here, and I'm going to use that in the crease and the outer corner. Obviously, since the Molten Drama palette just released, I have no idea how pigmented in real life those shadows would be. I do know that everything I've chosen here, with the exception of the Igneous shadows, are very, very pigmented, very light hand friendly. It does not take a whole lot of effort to get a lot of color payoff. Okay, now I'm going to be adding to the inner corner the shade Precious Coral, which is a dupe for Sun Daze. I'm thinking we're going to end up doing kind of a halo here. And I'm bringing that under the lower lash line just a bit. Okay, I'm going to be going back into Pale Cream, Fresh, and blending out the edges a bit. And now for the center of our halo, I will be going in with the shade Honeycomb from Touch of Glam Beauty. This one is duping the shade Lost Treasure in the Molten Drama palette, using a flat shader brush. You can apply this wet or dry. I have not wet my brush. This is what the shade looks like dry. Okay, now I'm going in with Sassy again just to clean up the outer corner and the top of the halo. And going back in to do the same with Precious Coral to get a nice blend with our center shade. One of those things that you very rarely see is how often you have to go back in with one color or the other to touch up, clean up, reinforce. It is not usually as simple as putting something down and walking away. Would be nice though. Make makeup a lot faster. Okay, going in one more time with Fresh along the outer corners, getting a nice blend. Okay, so I'm fine with that pinky corally gold thing we got going on. Now we need lower lash line and highlights. So in just about every tutorial, they were using the shade White Flame in Molten Drama, which means I am pulling out Harmony from Vanessa's Vanity. I'm going to be taking a very small shader brush, and I will be applying that to the inner corner, the brow bone, and the center of my halo. And finally, I will be taking a little more Sassy along the lower lash line to complete this look. Okay, I'm gonna go throw on some liner, mascara, clean up some fallout, and I'll be back with final thoughts and to close this, dupe it out. And I'm back with the final look, complete with mascara, liner, lips. I did go ahead and use a combination of Sassy from JD Glow and Fresh from Breaky Beauty Cosmetics as my blush. I just left the highlight alone. I would have gone with Harmony from Vanessa's Vanity, but I feel like this look is shiny enough already. So I will go ahead and I will insert some pictures so that you can see it up close and get a feel for how all these pretty colors work together. But that is it. That concludes this Let's Dupe It video. So I hope that this was helpful. Hope it was interesting. Hope that maybe you've discovered a few new indie brands. All of the links to all of the brands will be below. I will list exactly which shades are being duped by whom, and if you're interested, you can go off and pick up a shadow or two. Or not. You could just head on over to Sephora and buy the Molten Drama palette. Whatever floats your boat. As I said in the beginning, none of these are affiliate links. There's no tracking. I get nothing. These people don't know who I am. They do not care. So if you would like to go to any of their sites using the links below or not, that's on you. I get nothing. No one cares about me. But that's all right. I'm fine with that. Anywho, that is it for today's video. I hope that you have a wonderful day or night, depending on when you are watching this. Please subscribe to my channel if you wouldn't mind. It would make me very happy. Or don't. I am not the boss of you. But if you do choose to stick around, I will see you in the next video. Peace.